Hey y'all, welcome back to Mama Loves Manga. So this week's video is going to be a wrap up of what I read during the manga readathon that was put on by Manga Hoarder and her sister, and dang it, I cannot remember her sister's channel name, and I could probably look for it on my phone, but of course my phone is not sitting next to me, so I'm sorry. Maybe before I edit this I'll look and I'll put it here. The manga readathon was a week-long event that started on the 17th of June, I believe. Yes, the first day was the 17th, and it just so happened that I was going on vacation at the same time, so I didn't really expect to be able to read a whole lot. If I had been able to be at home the entire time, I would have likely been able to read a lot more, but you know, it is what it is. It's cool. I feel like I read a decent amount and I'm happy with it. So let's just get into it. I spent a good portion of that week catching up with Flying Witch by Chihiro Ishizuka. This is a series that I have been following since the beginning. Well, at least since it was first released here in the States. I love this series so much. It follows a teenage girl who happens to be a witch, but it's a slice of life. So there's magic, but it's very relatable and very just real life. It's what I imagine being a witch would actually be like. You know, I've always been a fan of stories and shows, movies, and things like that about witches and magic. And a lot of the times these stories revolve around a very fantastical world. The magic is at the forefront, and you know, it's fantasy. It's not necessarily something that could happen in real life. But the thing that I love about Flying Witch is it does feel very realistic. Something about this makes me feel like I could get on a broom and just fly around. Like if I saw someone flying around on a broom, it wouldn't be weird to me. Also, during the mangathon, there were about 7 challenges that you could try to achieve. I only managed to complete 2 challenges, and this one was one of them. It was to catch up with a manga that you've been reading, and that fulfilled that one. I was really excited, also annoyed because now I have to wait for the next volume, but I was proud of myself for being able to complete a challenge. Another title I read during the mangathon is Laid Back Camp by Afro. This is volume 1. Of course, I read it on my Kindle. This series is about camping. It's another sort of slice of life type series that's focused on camping. I can't remember the characters' names. I'm so bad at this. Forgive me, I'm tired. I'm so tired. The first character you meet is a young girl who I think she's in high school, and she really likes to go solo camping, which I found very interesting. And she prefers to go camping during the off season, so like fall and winter when it's chilly or cold rather, and people aren't really out there. And the reason she likes to do that is because she likes the solitude. And during one of her solo trips, she ends up encountering a girl who is about her age that apparently was wanting to look at Mount Fuji at a specific time and got lost and ended up camping with the main character. I think this is going to be a series not just about camping, but also about the importance of friendship and making memories and having experiences with other people. And I think it's just going to be another wholesome, cute slice of life with a little bit of a twist, and I'm here for it. I definitely want to keep on reading this one. I loved it. This did fulfill one of the challenges in the mangathon, and that was to read a new manga or one that's new to you, and this is both new and new to me. This was first published in Japan in 2015, but it was recently released here in the US just this year. Next, I read My Solo Exchange Diary, which is the sequel to My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness by Nagata Kabi. I read My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness last year, and I actually did a video about it on my main channel, Skinny Girl Fat Hair. It's privated now. The reason I have it privated over there is because I'm trying to keep my manga related content centralized here, but I am thinking about re-uploading that one because I liked that video. It was a makeup video, but I was also talking about that book. And anyway, I really enjoyed that story. It was interesting because when I first came across it, it was recommended to me on Amazon, and the way the cover looked, I was confused. I thought it was maybe not necessarily fan fiction, but definitely not the most high quality manga. I thought it was one of those kind of like self-published things, and so I skipped over it. But then I ended up seeing it in Books A Million, and I picked it up on a whim because I read the first page and it got me. So I bought it, read it, and loved it. And as soon as I heard that there was going to be a sequel, I knew that I was going to purchase it. So like I said, My Solo Exchange Diary is the sequel to My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness. Oh, these titles. The art style is the same. It's strange. It's not something that I would normally pick up because I have a tendency to prefer very cute or beautiful art styles, and this is neither cute nor beautiful. But I feel like her art style matches what her story is about. I mean, I don't want to sound disrespectful, but her life is shambles, and so is her art, and it works perfectly. But it's interesting to read because it's kind of relatable. I don't think my life has been that much of a mess, but I mean, it's definitely been, it's been messy. I think something that I'm learning about myself is that I am very curious about people. You can say I'm nosy, you can say that I'm a gossip, whatever, and this satisfied that curiosity because I'm getting a glimpse into someone else's brain, into someone else's life, and I like that she's choosing to tell I like that she's choosing to share things that most people would want to hide. Like some of the things that she admits in here, she admits it at almost at the expense of other people in her life, and it makes me realize that there are a lot of things that I don't talk about, like on my main channel, specifically because other people are involved. And she's just like, she just goes in. There is a person in here that she literally admits to not liking, although she knows that person really likes her. And she did get permission to write this story. Like she got permission from the girl, and it just, oof. She definitely is very open and candid and honest, and I really like this just as much as the first one, and I hope that she puts out more, especially because she could use the money. She's struggling. Oh gosh. So the final title I was able to pick up during the manga-thon was Volume 9 of Princess Jellyfish by Akiko Higashimura. This is the final volume of Princess Jellyfish, and I don't know how I feel about it. When you compare Volume 9 to Volume 8, there's quite a bit of difference in thickness. Do you see that? Or even like Volume 7, just all the other volumes are so much thicker than Volume 9, and I actually expected this volume to be more. I expected more pages from this because the way Volume 8 ended, it gave us so much, and it left so much to be wrapped up. I fully expected Volume 9 to be like a clunker of a volume, and it really wasn't. This section right here, this was the actual chapter or the actual volume 9, and the rest of this is just kind of filler stuff that it's interesting stuff, but it's like interviews with Akiko Higashimura and extra little pretty drawings and things like that, which is cool and all, but what I really wanted was, I guess I wanted more. I feel like this as an ending was very rushed, and I don't know, like, it's weird because I do like I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away. I didn't hate the way it ended. There was a part, there was something about it that did make me smile, and that I did appreciate. I'm thinking about maybe doing a full review of Princess Jellyfish with spoilers. It is one of my favorite series, and the way it ended, it was very lackluster. Have y'all ever experienced that? You follow a series from the beginning and you're obsessed with it, and then when it ends, you're disappointed? I think this is the first series that has left me feeling empty and like I don't have closure. Well, that's all that I was able to read during the manga readathon. If any of y'all participated in the manga-thon, let me know in the comments and let me know what you read. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.